Good morning, Beamer.
Do you want to say welcome
Welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. And Beamer is in the co-pilot. Actually, you're piloting this vehicle.
I'm driving the ship.
You're driving the ship. Are you driving it like they did over in on the East Coast into that little bridge incident? Were you the one driving that one?
That'd be bad. No. Say no. The answer's no.
The answer's no.
Yeah.
And it's too soon.
Yes.
It's too soon. Let them get the ship out of there.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to Around the Table. We're doing a special event for the next couple days.
You betcha. Children's Miracle Network
yes.
Radiothon is going on, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Hey,
we're thrown in the mix.
I got a big favor.
What's that?
Maybe you can talk about some stuff while I go potty. We'll come back and we'll play.
Oh, no. Didn't you bring the pins?
Man, I would have wet my pants.
Keeping it real, people.
No.
Keeping it real.
That's a viable.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
You're at the age you can probably get by with it. So am I.
I'm not opposed to wearing an adult diaper.
Well, if you need it, wear it, you know.
Concerts, standing in line, because that way I can just say, hey, guess what? I'm wetting my pants.
I'm not sure
now.
I could do that on purpose, but, you know.
I probably could just to see in mine like it would leak. 417-545-1653. It's all about the kids. All about the kids on the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon. Thanking you, College of the Ozarks, Pearl Country Jubilee. This hour's sponsor, Elite General. Okay? All we want you to do is be a miracle maker. $20 a month. $100? What? That gives a kid a teddy bear.
How about a one-time gift? Can you do that?
Of course you can.
$100. Anybody that's got a $100 bill, I think that's in their pocket right now should donate.
417-545-1653. Then they'll deliver a teddy bear named Hugs to a kid in the hospital.
Throughout this hour, we will inform you about more details on Children's Miracle Network. But we invite you to stay tuned with us for this hour because it's totally devoted to this wonderful organization.
Yes, and the kids.
That helps the kids.
Change kids' health, change the future. That's
betcha.
Okay, I'm going to leave it in your capable hands.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we're going to give you some statistics on some of the hospitals that serve some of these children.
Right, and if you know of anybody or have a personal story, share it, please.
You betcha.
Share it. All right? I'll be back.
Yep. All right.
Go ahead, Dan.
I was just going to say some of the statistics that we've been given about this are kind of mind-blowing in a sense that numbers make a big part of how many children are served. And we want to let people know that everyone is the people that are served are those that won't be charged.
Right. And you know, and there's lots of families, this emergency happens to come up unexpectedly. Mm-hmm. People don't wait for that to happen. You know, it just happens.
Yep.
And you find yourself in a dire straits with financially or how to navigate the system of healthcare and what hospitals can be helpful to you and maybe some that aren't. And those that are sponsored by Children's Miracle Network help to do those services for free.
Yes. Think of when you were first married.
Yes.
And you had a child.
You bet.
Did you have buku money sitting around?
Well, no.
And did you have health insurance back then?
I did, but
you did have,
I had
know.
health, but it didn't cover pregnancy or that stuff. No.
So think about those people that have children, and the financial situation they're in. They're just beginners in the world.
Sure.
And they're having a family, and they're trying to put their life together, and something happens that just takes all that away.
Exactly.
And who do you go? Where do you go? Who do you ask help? Who do you ask help from?
Right.
And that's what the Children's Miracle Network is all about.
Exactly. And we want you to, you know, this tugs on your heartstrings about all the ways that they help. I mean, they help the families, they help the children, and it is all about the kids.
Well, the network of hospitals, according to the graphs we got, and the data we have here, 72 kids are seen by a member hospital on the Children's Miracle Network every single minute. That's a lot of kids.
That's a lot of kids.
And then more than 54 million funded patient care for children and families when they needed it most in 2022.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Members hospitals provide 38 million patient visits for 12 million kids every year.
Dadgum.
And this is all about kids.
Right.
And that's their motto, their mantra. It's all about. That's the first thing they say. It's all about the kids.
If you're hearing this right now, we want you to call and donate at 417-545-1653. That's for Children's Miracle Network. Our hour this morning is devoted to Children's Miracle Network Radiothon. Today and tomorrow we will be featuring that. And we want you to listen to some of these stories and I don't have a personal story.
You don't?
But I know there are people that do.
Well, when I was doing first responder work and EMT work, there would be a child that was in dire need, and a hospital team from Little Rock would come and pick those children up
Right.
at no expense. And you talk about, okay, well, I'm just going to throw my kid in the back seat and we're going to take him to Little Rock. No, they send a helicopter for an emergency patients.
Right.
And all of that, all those fees are paid for.
And that's what happens with Children's Miracle Network.
Exactly.
That's what they do.
And we're supporting Cox Health South, which is part of Children's Miracle Network.
Yeah.
And so all the funds that you will give today will be kept locally.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here in our community, 100%.
Yep.
And that's big for me. That's big for me. And the fact they're a nonprofit hospital.
Right.
So all
They're
that
not
is
out.
big.
They're out to help. They're out for helping children. They're not out for themselves.
No.
Right.
We took the tour of the NICU. You guys didn't get to go because you were very, very busy that day. But it's amazing the amount of time and effort and thought goes in just on taking care of the kid.
You bet.
Or your kid.
If you've never been in a NICU, you can't possibly really probably fathom what that looks like.
Little tiny babies in little tiny beds.
When they're supposed to be with their parents.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, they do have rooms, swing rooms,
Okay.
for women that have given birth, and they go and get the bonding time, and if there's a problem with the child,
deal.
it's already right there at the PICU or NICU.
They've formulated these things now to where they try to make it the most family oriented that they can.
They have showers, and they take care of your food. There's showers available. There's nice places that you and the kid can get out of the room,
Right.
and go play or whatever. It's just, and everything is bright and cheery. Not like and Lisa was talking, not like the old days where it was drab and dreary. I remember when I got
It looked like a sterile hospital in the old days.
And what kid would not freak out?
Right.
Yeah.
What kid would not?
Well, you're scared anyway.
We're
So,
gonna, we're going to listen to a story now that Lisa talked to Katie.
Okay, sweet.
And we're going to listen to that right now, and we will be back and tell you more about the Children's Miracle Network. So pick up the phone, call now, help the kids right here, 417-545-1653, or text HELP KIDS 2024 to 51555.
Children's Miracle Network Radiothon is going on, and we want your donations. You can, lots of ways that you can donate. You can text HELP KIDS 2024 to 51555. You can go to coxhealthcmn.com/events/CMN Radiothon, or you can call 417-545-1653. Now, my good friend Katie is here. Now, she's with a Great Southern Bank, and you're a volunteer here today, so you're answering phones and doing what everybody does.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. It's a good day to be volunteering.
It really is. And the thing about CMN is it takes everybody. It takes every kind of volunteer you can imagine, from the doctors to the nurses that are not volunteers to just people answering the phones to just people saying, hey, what can I do to help?
Yes, it's a good opportunity for the community to come out and do something good.
They can probably hear it through my mic.
It really is. And what made you say, hey, I want to do that?
Because it's Children's Network, and it's just, I'm all about the children. I have kids myself.
You're all about the children.
Yes,
That's what it is. You're all about the children, and however you can help. And the thing that is so great about CMN is they take care of the child, obviously, and through their hospitals and their networks and all of the things like that. But they help the families as a whole, and they take care of the whole unit.
Yes, that's big.
And when you're a parent and a grandparent like I am, that is huge to know that someone has your back when you're in a situation with a sick child.
Yes, takes a load off of that family for sure.
It sure does. And right now there are 37 babies in the NICU right now at Cox Health. 37.
Goodness. And I actually had a preemie myself, so I can relate with that. Yes.
Now that's a scary situation because I did as well. It's scary when that happens because you're not expecting that. You didn't think that was going to be your birthing story.
Yes, exactly. It's a very scary situation you're not expecting. So when you've got all the support around you, it's a big load off of yourself and your family. So
it surely is. Now, how early was your child?
She was 6 weeks early.
Okay.
Yes.
So she was tiny.
She was tiny. She was only 3 pounds 14 ounces.
Okay.
So yeah.
So she was little. How long did she have to stay in the NICU?
2 weeks, which was wonderful. It was supposed to be more than that. So she fought through, and she's 11 now, so
and perfectly healthy.
Yes.
See, those are the miracle stories.
Yep.
And that's why you are here today to volunteer, because you are personally have been touched.
Yes.
And that's just beautiful, because I love when people give back.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're called to do. We're called to, have a servant's heart and to give back. And when we can do that, and when you have an experience that you have gone through, it gives you that perspective that a lot of people don't have.
Oh, for sure. Because you don't know what it's like to have a preemie when you're going through pregnancy and all that. You just don't expect that to happen.
You don't expect that to happen, and you don't know what is the next step.
Yes.
Is this normal? Is this what is she supposed to look like this? What what do I need to do to help in her care when we leave the hospital, and all of that kind of stuff. And your baby, a miracle baby.
Yes.
And I love that. What is your daughter's name?
Her name's Ava.
Ava, you are our miracle, and we love you very much. Katie, thank you so much for coming in and talking to us today.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Children's Miracle Network, 417-545-1653. Call today.
Call now, because it's all about the kids. It's the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon, and all we want you to do is just make a donation. Yay! 417-545-1653. We don't want that one. We want that one right there. Make the phones ring. All right. Are you guys alive over there?
Yeah, we are.
We are.
Okay, good.
I was going to say that if you wanted, I said earlier, if you had $100 bill in your pocket,
Right.
and you have expendable income, some people do.
Sure.
Some people don't. Some people don't have expendable income, and going to the Walmart, we can understand that.
Yeah.
But if you've got a expendable cash flow and you got $100 that you would like to donate to Children's Miracle Network, what you can do is you can donate that $100, and with that $100, they will send a hug to one of the children, and they will give them a teddy bear named Hugs, and will be given to the child in the hospital. So that's a good way to connect yourself.
It's a very comforting thing for a child.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a teddy bear?
Right.
Really?
Right.
I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, if you're going to give money, you're going to say, oh, my money, I'm going to give some money, and I'm going to feel good, and that's it. But if you want to feel extra special with a connection with one child, you can give that $100 bill and get a teddy bear as a gift for that one child.
Hey, guess who's on the phone?
Who's on the phone?
Well, as soon as I find the phone, there it is. It's Lisa Johnson.
Well, awesome.
Good morning, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Good morning, Dan and Ann and Beamer.
Wow,
Good morning.
Morning.
we're having a great time. We're just making this fun, heartfelt. These stories that you've done and sent down to me, Lisa, giving me goosebumps. You make me,
I know, it's
you
really
make me cry.
amazing.
You make me cry. You make me cry. You're going to owe me some ice cream, okay? If you do. Anybody else?
Okay, I can do that.
So
I can do that.
What's going on?
Let me just tell you what's happening. As everybody knows, we're doing the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon, and you can, Children's Miracle Network, you can call 417-545-1653. Call that number right now and make your pledge. But I've got this in front of me, and let me just tell you, I am holding a micro preemie diaper in my hand.
Wow.
This is the half of the size of an Egg McMuffin.
Dadgum.
Think of an Egg McMuffin, cut it in half, and that's what a micro preemie diaper is. Okay?
Say that again.
That is crazy.
Say that again.
An Egg McMuffin, cut an Egg McMuffin in half, and that is the size of a micro preemie diaper.
Oh my gosh.
I can't even imagine.
I mean, teeny, tiny.
Lisa, that only fits in the
network.
That only fits in the palm of your.
Yeah.
That baby only fits in the palm of your hand.
Lisa,
That's exactly right.
Can I
That's
ask
exactly
you,
right.
Lisa?
And right now in the NICU at Cox House, which is a Children's Miracle Network hospital, there are 37 babies in the NICU right now.
I can't believe there's that.
37.
That's an overwhelming number, actually.
Especially
if you're their parents.
Crazy to me.
Yeah.
And do you know that this is, all the money that we are raising stays local. It helps with all kinds of illnesses and injuries, and it stays right here in those North Arkansas counties.
Yeah.
Because this hospital serves Southwest Missouri and North Central Arkansas.
Right.
And it's just amazing. Do you know if you become a miracle maker is $20 a month. That's $240 a year. That is 65 cents a day.
Wow.
I can find that in my couch cushion.
Okay? Of course you
65 cents a day to be a miracle maker. And this right here is we're going to do a little shopping, Beamer. You ready to do a little shopping? If I can find my paper that I'm going to do my shopping with. Okay. So, a miracle maker, if you are a miracle maker, that will pay for a 2-night trip to St. Louis for treatment at the St. Louis Children's Hospital. That's $240 because that's what Children's Miracle Network does.
Right.
Parents that have to take their child somewhere for treatment, well, they've got, you got to pay for that, driving, hotel, meals. One miracle maker will do that. Okay, a cranial remolding helmet, you've seen kids with those on. They're $2,000. That's 8 miracle makers. 8 miracle makers will pay for one of those helmets. It's just an infant warmer. Now, it's going to take a whole bunch of miracle makers because an infant warmer is $24,000. A giraffe bed for the NICU is $42,000. There are 37 babies in the NICU right now. So you can do the math, 37 times $42,000.
Wow.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And so what we are doing, and as a nurse, we've talked to parents, how traumatic it is. And as a mother, how traumatic it is when your child gets sick, when your child is injured. You as a nurse have seen the fear in parents' eyes when they are told that their child is ill. It is unbelievable.
And you need
Children's Miracle Network.
You need that. You need that support from Children's Miracle Network for not only for your child, but for you as a mother and your whole family, actually.
That's exactly right. And the support is what it's all about. And that's what Children's Miracle Network is doing it. Because think about it. You've got, 2 other kids at home, and you've got a baby in the NICU. And Dad's got to work, or I've got to work, and somebody's got to be with the baby, and somebody's got to be with the kids at home. So it's something for everyone. It is unbelievable. And I'm on around the table right now.
Yep.
So great. It's so convenient.
Dan's here too.
Around the table.
Dan
is here too.
Yeah, I think Dan had a quick question.
Oh, with a question.
Yes, Dan.
No, that's fine. I was looking at the preemie diapers. Now that's something you just can't buy at a local store. Those things must be twice and 3 times the cost to make.
Of course that they are, and you can buy preemie diapers. Pampers does have preemie diapers, but we're talking these micro preemies.
Right.
That are 1.5 pounds.
Yeah,
so that's a completely different story. When Callie was born, she was almost 3 pounds, and because she was 8 weeks early, so she was almost 3 pounds.
Wow.
And the preemie diapers were huge on her, but we didn't need micro preemie diapers. So we were able and fortunate to do that. She couldn't wear baby clothes because even the preemie clothes were too big, so she had to wear doll clothes.
Right.
So,
I'm just
at first.
I'm just thinking of the total expense for dealing with children. I mean, you have to have like a child surgeon is that much more trained, and the expense of him doing one surgery is probably triple or triple of what a regular human would be. So the expense that has to be incurred by the Children's Miracle Network hospitals is astronomical to me, I would think.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And just think about it, too. Think about the doctors and nurses who deal with all of this every single day. A big shout out to them because I'm telling you, the things that they see, the joy that they see, but the heartbreak that they see as well. Because we have miracles. We have miracles every single day at these hospitals, but we also have tragedies every single day at these hospitals.
Certainly.
And these doctors and nurses are having to deal with that every day. A standard paper clip. So just think of a regular paper clip, right? That represents the size of a preemie baby's foot.
Oh goodness. Yeah.
Wow. That puts it in perspective, Lisa. Good gracious.
It does. And a regular diaper, okay, a regular diaper for newborns fits babies up to 10 pounds for a newborn diaper. But for a micro preemie diaper, it's for any baby that weighs up to 4 pounds.
Wow.
So the weight of a 25 to a 26-year-old week-old baby is 1.5 to 2 pounds. So even those little micro preemie diapers are big on some of these babies.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, in babies that are born that premature, they stay in the hospital until they get a viable age to be able to be taken home. That can be months.
It can be months. It can be months. We talked with a parent her little boy, it was Hagen and her son Ever, and he was in the hospital for 5 weeks in the NICU.
Wow.
5 weeks, that's a long time. And the thing about it is, you're going along, and she had another child at home. She was going along, and Ever decided it was time for it to come out. So she wasn't expecting that. You're not expecting to have a preemie.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You're expecting your birth story to be completely different, and out comes this baby that's 2 pounds.
Right.
Crazy. It's just crazy.
Yep.
Absolutely crazy. So that's why we're doing what we're doing today and tomorrow. That's why we need your help. There's lots of ways you can donate. You can text Help Kids 2024 to 51555. You can go to coxhealthcmn.com/events/CMN Radiothon. You can also call the number, which is 417-545-1653. And we couldn't do it without, College of the Ozarks and Presley's Country Jubilee. And we also have what is our hourly sponsor today?
That would be this hour's, Elite General.
Yep.
Thank you, Elite General, for being our hourly sponsor.
You betcha.
But, it's a very rewarding day, and it's a wonderful, because you get to hear these great stories and stories of miracles. And that's what it's about. Children's Miracle Network, because miracles happen every day.
They do. Change kids' health, change the future. Lisa, thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, as a team, I think we're kicking some hind end and getting people to call. Thanks, Lisa. All right, she's out. Hey, we gotta take a break.
Okay.
We gotta take a break. You got the phone numbers?
I do.
All right.
1-417-545-1653 if you want to call and donate.
That's right. Or Help Kids 2024 to 51555 to text. We'll be back right here on the original KHOZ and the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon. Z94.9 AM 900. It's Dan, Ann, and Beamer on the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon, thanking College of the Ozarks and Presley's Country Jubilee. We are still in the 9 o'clock hour. As I check the clock, Elite General is this hour's sponsor, and we appreciate them helping out. Also, this hour, any business becomes a miracle maker. You're in a drawing for $2,400 worth of advertising, and the first 20 businesses that pledge $1,500, $4,500 in advertising on any of our Ozark.com stations, all 5. You pick.
Nice.
Maybe spread them out all over all 5.
$4,500.
Just put them all right here on KHOZ.
I think that'd be a great idea right there.
Isn't that?
And what a great cause to be earning that possibility.
Oh my gosh. Yep. You guys got stuff over there, I know, and I've read or talked about stuff for 3 hours. So,
okay. Is it past your nap time? Do you need to take a nap?
No, as long as I go to the bathroom, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and I did, so I'm good. I'm good for another half hour.
I'd like to talk about some of the miracle children that have been served with some of the Miracle Network hospitals. You want to start off? Or?
Well, go ahead, Dan. You have one picked out there,
I do.
believe.
I have one right here. This person's name was Autumn Dal Porto, and she was a micro preemie.
We've been talking about them.
Yeah, she was 15 weeks early, weighed only 1 pound and 1 ounce, and measured only 11 inches long. She did not She did not have heart issues, brain bleeds, or other issues, but without the specialized care and equipment she received, it is likely no one would have got to experience the joy she has brought over the last 25 years, let alone what she will bring in the future. She is now at Branson at the College of the Ozarks. She's a graduate there. She's from Rockaway Beach. She is 25 years old. Her parents are Dave and Rose Del Porto, and her hobbies are and activities include reading, cards, board games, embroidery, listening to music, and movie nights. And this is one of the reasons why your donation will make not only a instantaneous impact, but a lifelong impact.
Long term.
Well, this is a great story because she was so young. I mean, to be a micro preemie, and now at age 25, she's doing things.
How's she doing now?
She is. That's what she's doing.
Oh, beautiful.
She recently graduated from the College of the Ozarks.
Golly.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. You
We
bet.
love happy stories.
We do.
It's all about the kids. Kids are like the most interesting people of all. Forget the adults. Forget us old people. Kids are the most interesting people of all. And you can toy with their heads a little bit.
Yeah.
And they tell you anything. Kids are like me. They have no filter.
Yeah.
What they think comes out their mouth.
Sponges.
Yes.
You know?
Well, you think of knowing that children are in a burning house, people will risk their
You betcha
lives
they
to
will.
save them.
And you know what?
They're our future. I mean,
right.
You know?
And you're not risking anything by making a donation except
Heck no.
if you're a miracle maker, that's 65 cents a day, a $20 donation. For a year is $240.
Yeah.
You
okay.
bet. Very
417-545-1653. Very. 417-545-1653. Call and help a kid right here in our community. Text line, help kids 2024 to 51555. The Children's Miracle Network Radiothon. What else you got?
I want to talk about right here locally, Ozark, Missouri. I consider that local. And this is about Avery Holbert, who is 1 year old, and the school is Logan Rogers Daycare District. His diagnosis, retinoblastoma, and that has to do with your eye. So playing with her sister and her brothers is part of her hobbies and things that she likes to do, along with being outside, and loves baby dolls. What girl doesn't love baby dolls? The story is Avery has handled this like a champ. Now, again, this is age 1. She has conquered all obstacles in her short life. So she's doing well, but she loves to play with her older siblings, and it's just the happiest little girl. The family wants you to know that they are so blessed and appreciate everything the Children's Miracle Network has done for their family during a very, very unfamiliar and very scary time for the entire family, even that 1 year old.
A lot of times the parents do not know what is really until they get somebody like the Children's Miracle Network and their group of hospitals with Cox Health.
Right.
They're You know what? When you hear news like this about your child, you go into a fog.
Oh, certainly.
You're just moving the motions.
Right.
You know, because your kid is sick.
Right.
And you don't know where to turn.
Right.
Children's Miracle Network.
There you go.
And
There's your answer right there.
And they rely on donations to help save kids' lives. And we've got a lot of stories with happy endings. So we're making this a happy day. All it takes is you. All it takes is you to pick up the phone.
I do want to update that Avery is doing very well, and she's walking and talking and hitting all of her milestones. Just a normal, happy 1-year-old, according to her parents.
See?
Yep. Who wouldn't cheer for that, right?
That's right. I love that. I love kids. That's why I keep it here all the time.
That's
We're gonna play it.
That's
It's
right.
all about the kids. And thanks to Children's Miracle Network hospitals at Cox Health, they are going to help you.
And in the next half hour, we may have a local story as well. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and take a break.
Okay.
And we'll come back because, we've all got things to do. I don't know or care if you guys got to go to the bathroom because it's all about the kids. That's why I waited so long. I wasn't going to leave. It was all about the kids. I couldn't. You know what? It's not about me. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's about the kids today.
Is. Absolutely.
And when we are in here, it's never about us anyway. We're helpers. We're givers. We're empathetic. We're humble. We're all of that. That strives and drives us to pay it forward.
right.
I mean, that's what you do in life, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter your economic level, your financial status. We all bleed red.
Well, and kids motivate us.
Kids
You bet they do. You
They
bet
make us
do.
go to work every day. We want to make them happy. We want them to succeed. We want them to go to school. We want them to be a better person than what we are. So it's all about the kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Change kids' health, change the future.
You betcha.
We'll be right back. Network Radiothon right here on the original KHOZ 94.9 AM 900. I'd like to introduce Dan and Ann, and I'm the Beamer, taking care of business. Oh, on
What
this,
are we supporting today, Beamer?
we're supporting the Children's Miracle Network. Want to
You
thank College
betcha.
of the Ozarks and Presley's Country Jubilee. Our sponsor for this hour is Elite General, and we are having a great time telling you all about the services that Children's Miracle Network provides for families and their children. And you know what? It gives the families peace of mind. 'Cause
Certainly.
the kids are resilient. Kids are strong. And they're scared. They get scared. So if they're in a nice environment that's happy and colorful, and their parents are there,
Friendly people there that care about them.
you know, they got a room with what do you call it when you're looking at something to take your mind off something?
Sensory?
Yeah,
Okay,
you got it.
okay.
You were a nurse. I'm glad you're here because I had trouble with these words this morning. Of course. Anyway, they had a sensory where they could look over at some like bubbles on
Sure.
the wall or something
It's
like
a
that.
distraction.
Right. So they could because if they're upset and they need
Distraction.
that. Yeah. And
Yeah.
you can give the kid a shot and they never even know it.
Right.
That was cool. I would need something like that, something to take my mind off of what's happening.
Yeah.
And you know, parents have enough to worry about. They have to worry about gas to get to appointments. They have to worry about co-pays, deductibles. They have to worry
Absolutely.
about where they're going to eat and who wants to eat fast
Plus,
food.
they have to worry about the children that they may have left at home.
Bingo.
There's so many things that
Oh,
can
my
enter a
goodness.
parent's mind when something like this happens,
Right.
when you're not expecting to have to take your child to the hospital.
And that's where who comes
That's
in?
an extra
Who comes in,
expense.
Dan?
That's where Children's Miracle Network
You
comes in.
betcha.
Absolutely.
You betcha.
There's some important facts we probably ought to talk about.
Okay.
Just here alone at the Cox Health and local children have been serviced just this past year. 5,861 children have been serviced through the Children's Miracle Network.
Wow, that's a lot.
809 were pediatric patients, 2,932 just in Springfield alone, but the total is 3,460 for nursery patients. Critical care ICU children patients were totaled 82, also 444 critical, and then just other categories included 965, which brought it a total of 5,720 regional patients in this area.
That
Just were
shows
serviced
you
by Cox
right
Health.
there how needed Children's Miracle Network is.
Yeah.
And how important it is for us to support them and give your donation. And there's several ways to do that. The easiest is call 417-545-1653 and give them your donation right now. Pick up that phone and do it.
Become a miracle maker.
Sure, that's like an ongoing
That's
thing.
easier. $20 a month, 65
bet.
cents a day. Hello.
You bet.
Hello. That is doable.
And yeah, 65 cents. Look at it from that perspective.
Right. That is doable.
Do it.
You know,
Yeah.
my kid takes that off my dining room table every day.
It's in your couch, Beamer.
No, I don't leave money there.
Or maybe in your car.
I do have money in my car.
There you
Why?
go.
Because you got to
See?
have a quarter for Aldi's.
Yeah.
There you go.
These numbers are also pretty important. 2,304 were trauma patients.
Yes.
1,122 were cardiology patients. 4,569, which I can understand that for children is going to have some kind of ear, nose, or throat problem.
Certainly.
Right. Who doesn't know a kid that had to
Yeah.
put tubes
Right.
in their ear?
Right. And neonatal patients, of course, would be in that same category with 4,333. Neurology is 1,003. Orthopedics, that would be a broken bone of some kind, I guess, or that would be 2,014. Physical therapy, rehabilitation, 2,836. Pulmonology, 1,081, and radiology, 18,000, which is the highest number there.
Well, you know why?
231, yes.
X-rays,
X-rays.
MRIs, CAT
You
scans.
bet.
Yeah.
And
It's
all
your
of
diagnostic tool.
that has been covered
Yes.
by the Children's Miracle Network.
Oh.
All
And that can be astronomical.
Oh my gosh.
And these are numbers. 18,000 is one number. You put a dollar amount on that, and it's not $1 per visit. It's
Not
it's
at
several.
all. It's
So-
exactly.
And you know what? We will take a $1 donation. We'll take 5. If you can do 50, that'd be great. We ask, that you try to give what you can afford.
Certainly.
All right? And that's
Certainly.
and that's what
Every
we want.
bit helps, and it's helping kids. So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
And
if you like to text your donation, you can do that by texting help kids at 515
or 2024, isn't it?
55.
Yeah, Help Kids 2024.
Oh, I'm sorry. Help
That's okay.
Kids 2024 at 51555.
We'll keep you on task. Hey, let's do this last break so we can wrap up with some really
Okay.
good stuff.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back here on the original KHOZ and the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for your donations.
Yes, thank you for the donation. I know it comes straight from your heart.
You betcha.
417-545-1653. We'll be right back. .47 here at the original KHOZ, right in the middle, kind of the Children's Miracle Network Radio.
Yeah.
You bet.
This is such good stuff.
Yeah.
And I do want to remind everybody out there, if they're deciding to make a donation or not. They can, 65 cents a day to become a Miracle Maker, because 100% of gifts and proceeds help local kids. Now, Cox Health and their hospitals,
You bet.
they cover the salaries, benefits, and operating costs of the local Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And it's a 4-person team. So say you donate $250, you can be assured, and this is big for me, 100% of your gift will be used to help local kids.
That
That's
means the
huge.
world.
Plus the fact they're a nonprofit hospital.
Right.
Okay? So everything relies on donations from you.
You know, there's so many organizations that you question because they don't, when you look at their books, it's like 35% comes off the top for administration fees, something like that.
Yeah.
And there's so many out there that you have a question about, but not the Children's Miracle Network, because that it's in their bylaws that the kids are number one, and all the money goes to saving these kids' lives and making their lives better.
Right.
And these kids desperately need your help. And it doesn't help just like, I think we tend to feel like cancer may be the main illness, which is not necessarily true.
Right.
I mean, yes, that's a factor in it, but it's also kids with brain tumors or life-threatening diseases, anything and everything that a child may encounter during their early lifehood. Lifehood, that's a new word.
Lifehood. That's
right.
right.
Lifehood.
I mean, right from birth, if there's a
bet.
problem, they're right there.
And we've talked about micro preemies,
Yes.
preemies, and all that. I mean, before they're supposed to be born, there's challenges.
Yes. And they're there. All you have to do is turn to the Children's Miracle Network. I mean, my goodness.
And not only that, they offer not only emergency care, but maintain care, but they also offer care afterwards, like therapy and training and those kind of
Certainly.
things.
If they need physical therapy, you bet. All that is covered. Gas, food. I mean, they provide meal vouchers, or if you're in the hospital, they will make you a meal tray.
Sure.
You know, they have like a nice couch, I'm sure, that makes out to a bed, a recliner. The rooms are spacious. They have showers there. So
They try to make it as homey as they
no,
can.
they can. In little places, you can go out of the room, and if your kid can get up and run around, they let them run around.
But the only way that they can do this is by our donations, correct?
Correct.
Correct. And you can donate at 417-545-1653 or consider becoming a Miracle Maker.
$20.
$20 a month, 65 cents a day, $240 a year. And there is a multitude of things that money can be used for.
And there's other ways to donate too. They've got this matching gift way. If a donor agrees to match $1 for dollar up to a certain amount during a specific time period, they could help by donating that way.
And we've got that coming up at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Because we may not be sitting in here talking to you all day, but we have ways to get to your heartstrings.
Okay. Okay.
So starting at 11, they'll be matching dollar for dollar. And you just listen throughout the day, because we will tell you somehow. We may not be sitting here, but it'll come out.
I want to mention, too, this hour's hourly sponsor is Elite General, and we really, really thank our sponsors, plus College of the Ozarks and Presley's Mountain Jubilee.
Country
Jubilee.
They have no mountains there. They're in a holler.
I'm in a mountain.
Presley's Country
Let's
Holler
do a
Jubilee.
Country Jubilee.
But I'm in a holler. I live in a holler.
I'm going to holler in a minute if you don't.
Having some fun helping the kids on the
You
Children's
betcha.
Miracle Network Radiothon. And we want to thank everybody involved. Our five stations in the Ozarks
bet.
Dynacom group. 3 in Branson, 2 in Harrison. We're getting stuff from Branson, helping us help you realize that every minute 72 kids enter a local Children's Miracle Network hospital for treatment.
And that's
Every minute.
yeah, every minute.
I mean,
you think about you do the math.
Well, I can't do math. That's why I just say 72 every minute.
There you go.
So you can multiply that by how many minutes in an hour? 60?
Dan knows.
Let's see. I've got a calculator right here. Yeah, 60. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
Yep.
You know, Children's Miracle Network does so much more, from the preemie, micro preemie baby to funding local school-based telemedicine. They will fund that. So
Okay.
if your child needs to talk to their doctor at school,
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
and it costs money, who
Then
picks it up?
Children's Miracle Network,
Yep.
right
Everything
there.
everything
at
costs
work.
money. Everything
bet.
costs money.
Right.
Wow.
I'm looking here. It says everyday members of the hospital treat at least 12,000 emergency kids. Also, 1,890 kids with diabetes they treat. Also, 1,718 kids with cancer and 814 babies with newborn that are in the ICU.
And they help with prescriptions and
Yes.
medical equipment for children
Yes.
at whatever point in this whole process they need that.
You know what else they do? They buy crayons for the pediatric center so kids can go in there and color. I mean, you would think, well, who cares about crayons? Kids
care.
Kids care about crayons.
Yeah.
You want to make kids happy and comfortable when they're going through a
Exactly.
traumatic experience.
Exactly.
My goodness, what better way than to watch parents watch their sick or injured child smile and be happy and say, look what I colored for you.
There's a sense of peace when that happens.
Yes.
When you see your kid engaged and not worried.
Right. That takes a little stress off of you.
bet it does.
And
That's part of parenting.
bingo. Right.
For sure.
Right. I mean, you've got to be there for your kid, and that's where Children's Miracle Network comes in, because they're there for you and your kid.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sometimes you need the help too.
You betcha.
The caregivers need help. You know?
You know, we were talking about Branson, some of the people that were helped up there, and I want to give a little limelight here to one of the kids that was helped, Zachary Valentine. He was a, let me just see here. He had
You better let it.
gyroposis. Gyroposis. What is that?
That's good.
I can't even go that. I don't have that. I can't
You
see that.
look on his. Hello.
How do you pronounce that?
Do I gotta help
That's
him?
a medical term.
I don't know. I have never seen
That's-
that one, but
that's rare.
scoliosis is one of them.
Scoliosis is part of his diagnosis.
See?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes.
Zach's story and how his Children's Miracle Network has helped him since he was 1 year old. He is now 14, and his activities included painting, blowing bubbles, and picking on his sisters.
Yes.
Who doesn't?
But he's in junior high school right now, and he's doing very well. Updates, he has had 14 surgeries
Wow.
and might have another one soon on his shoulder. He has a tumor and just had surgery in January, and they got 75% of that. There's a 25% left, but it is close to the spinal cord to get, and a little by the brainstem, but are going to try and use meds to hopefully get rid of it completely. So,
You know,
Wow.
there's a story that shows you how strong the child is, how resilient they are, and how strong the parents have to be, because it's kind of iffy. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a nice story. I mean, it's a nice outcome, because he's still
well,
alive.
that goes to show you that not every kid has a perfect beginning, horrible beginning, and a perfect ending. There's still things that they have to go through, and this is a journey for him. And hopefully that he'll be completely cured.
Right.
And it's a great story to tell, because they just don't treat you and leave you.
No.
This is a long-term situation, and the Children's Miracle Network is dedicated to that person 100% healthy.
My
Right.
goodness.
Wow.
So we've got about 3 minutes. So let's do this. Let's thank everybody, including our listeners and our viewers.
You betcha.
Thank them for taking part in the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon. Who else we need to thank? Presley's Country Jubilee and College of the Ozarks. And this hour's sponsor, Elite General. We appreciate that.
And we appreciate those of you that are feeling the need and you are calling or texting your donation to Children's Miracle Network.
Yes, 417-545-1653. 417-545-1653. All it takes is you to pick up the phone to help local kids. You want to text Help Kids 2024 to 51555 as I'm going through my fourth hour, and I love this. I'm glad that we're doing this. I'm glad that we're giving 110% because we should. It's not about us, it's about the kids. And Children's Miracle Network hospitals, they rely on donations.
Yeah.
They rely on it for the treatment that kids need right here in your local
It's
community.
all about the kids.
Man, it's that simple. So we're doing this until 6 o'clock tonight, but the phones will be open 24 hours.
Yeah, we're going to plan on continuing this tomorrow also.
Yes.
You betcha.
On Friday. And I just want to put a plea out there to people that, you know, you're sitting home and you're in the comfort of your home and the child is not in front of you, so you don't have that compassionate visual in front of you. But just think about some of the people that have the worst day in their life and how fortunate you are that you have the ability to help them if you will.
Right.
And you can do that by just your finances or your money and just
your generosity.
Your generosity, yes.
Right there.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what it takes. That's what it takes. My grandson was in a NICU. I know all about and he just had his cleft palate repaired.
Right.
So, and all that is done. Children's Miracle Network, they take care of all that stuff. Every dollar makes a difference. Be a hero for a sick child. 417-545-1653. We're going to run that phone number down your throat all day because we want you to remember. And I know I make light of it, but seriously, I mean, I am 100% for the kids.
You betcha.
I mean, there's a lot that's happened in my life that revolved around kids.
And if you're driving and we're talking too fast and you want to know what the phone number is, here's what you do. Pull over to the side of the road, take your phone, and just start a text message with somebody and type this number in, 417-545-1653. Don't send the message, but when you get to your location, then you can look back at the message and type that number in and donate.
Yes. What a great idea.
Yeah.
What a great thing.
Notice he said, get off the road.
Yeah, get off the road. Right. Don't do it while you're driving.
Yep.
No, because you don't want to float.
Nope.
Float causes.
417-545-1653.
We got about 20 seconds, so thank you guys for letting me help.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Yep.
We'll be back. I will be back bright and early at 6, and we'll do it until 10 o'clock tomorrow and the rest of the day. Pick up the phone. Call the number, 417-545-1653. Text HELP KIDS 2024 to 51555. Dan and Ann, have a great day.
Okay.
Thank you.